Huh. Let's see how he's gonna mess me up this time. I don't even care. I'm just gonna continue eating because he doesn't care. Yeah. Why would he care? Yeah, let's do that. That looks pretty cool. I wonder how badly you're gonna spank me this time. I wonder if you're gonna cast all your abilities together. One super massive orgasm ability. Huh? Huh? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Huh, tough guy? Huh? Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Hey guys, welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed that little clip at the start there, because this boss is crazy. I've tried multiple times. Lots of people have tried multiple times. It's very RNG based, but I think I figured it out. All right, so what you gotta do to this dude is just make sure that his MP stays drained as long as possible. Whether you're above 60%, below 60%, keep his MP drained, and then his attacks that normally do a lot of damage will do very little damage. That's the gist of it. That's what you have to do. Now, as far as the game has to make sure that they don't just RNGesus rape you by making sure that they don't roll all the MP stealing abilities right away. And that way you can keep up with the MP drain. They'll steal your MP, so make sure you bring items that can recover your MP. But you gotta have multiple units that can osmosis or something similar to make sure that you steal the MP back away from them, so that those big abilities don't destroy you. All right. So we'll do a quick look through the unit himself. So if you're interested in how I got it, I'm gonna actually show you exactly where I got it. So we're utilizing XFBE Wiki. You can go here and take a look at it yourself, just to show you how I got here. So it's no mystery. Scroll down. The most recent events are right here. We're going to scroll down. I'm just going to skip all this junk. We're going to go to Nightmare here. These are the rewards we're going for. We're going for the Necromancer Dagger. This is the stuff you guys can go for. My advice is for the completion of these quests, I would break it apart into multiple turns. It's going to save you a lot more keys than if you were to try and do them all at once, because then you'll probably fail. The No White Magic is probably the second most difficult one here. Because most people who are fully evasioning their units are probably bringing Ring of the Lucii, which wholly counts as white magic, so you're gonna have a hard time beating it if you have that Ring of the Lucii. So I was doing evasion both times when I beat this, so I had Ring of the Lucii, so I didn't complete this one. But you guys will see exactly what's going on. So looking at the unit here, he's a very pretty looking kind of dude. He's got a face that only a mother can love. He's a Reaper, which means he's undead. You can utilize Undead Killer to take advantage of that. Tons of hit points, lots of attack, blah, blah, blah. He's got tons of MP too. Ideally, you want to bring water or light chaining units. You want to avoid darkness for sure, and then avoid all these other elements as much as possible because they're going to get resistant unless you have the imperils. But even then, I still would try and avoid it as much as possible and stick to light and water. You can't do anything to paralyze him or anything, and you can only break attack and magic, which I would advise you to do as well. Looking at his abilities here, you can pause and read through these as well. I'm just going to kind of go over a few of them that are interesting. Wailing Swipe is the really big one. This is the move that you want your tank or your evasion tank to eat up as much as possible, so it's a big one. You want to get rid of it. Make sure that that unit, that if it's not evasion tanking, then make sure that they got strong defense and spirit, because as you can see here, it'll reduce their spirit and defense by 20%, making the next time they get attacked even worse. All right. The next thing here that's interesting is the units that have the strongest attack. Normally, the ones that have the ones that have the highest attack will get targeted by Dream Stealer and Accursed Flames, and they will deal damage. So the way this damage works for like majority of his abilities, the higher MP pool he has, it's like another multiplier he will do based off of that damage. So he does a 4 times multiplier of either Dark or Fire, multiplied against how much MP he has for an additional 400 magic, which is really, really hard. Like he can hit you really, really hard. So as I said earlier, the gist of the fight is to make sure that his MP stays drained at all costs. So your job is to make sure that he has no MP. As long as he's got no MP, you're going to be okay. There's a few abilities that hit hard, and then as long as RNG doesn't go against you, then you're going to be okay. The rest of these abilities, same thing. They're related to the magic modifier. He's got a 50% chance of casting confusion on everyone after a certain percent. And then the really lame moves are Soul Siphon and Eternal Torment. Eternal Torment will cover him a base no matter what, 10% hit points and 3% life. Soul Siphon, based on the damage he does to you, he will get back some MP. And if these two get strung together, it's really hard to recover from it, because he's got a lot more MP in his pool that you're going to have to Osmosis or Lance or whatever, the way you're going to steal his MP away from him. I found that constantly having one unit can always use Osmosis. It keeps you on your toes, and as well as that, it keeps you from having to get your ass kicked. I took my Soleil, and she ended up becoming at the part. I broke the video into 2 parts because the one part, my game crashed, and that's freaking amazing. Luckily, it didn't send me to the back, but I had him at 8%, and I was going to do the finishing move, and the game crashed. But then I continued it, and I continued from the 25%, which was the move before, which was fine. It's no big deal. I got the easier part done, but anyways, it ended up being a completion, so you guys will see that. But you'll notice that I'm using my Soleil to Osmosis at that part. I didn't even do any more dances anymore, because staying alive was more important than how much damage I was really dealing, and I wanted to keep that MP down. Shadow Storm is the really big move when you get down to the lower percentages. If he has MP and he uses his move, this move is going to devastate you for 2 reasons. One reason is he reduces your dark resistance and your dark resistance and fire resistance by 50% up here, as well as reducing it up somewhere up here. He does fire. I can't remember. I want to look for it, but he does a lot of damage to your dark. 5 times multiply with magic. So if he's got a lot of MP, he's going to destroy you very quickly. You want to make sure you keep it nice and low. You'll see in my video he hits me for 1 damage because he had no MP. So it's kind of cool. Overall, says here, each action goes through a priority below. If a random chance fails, it goes on to the next one, so on. Yeah, so this is the priority list it does. I don't think it follows it directly to the point. It does. Some of them seem to do it, but like I'm not seeing these lockouts. I'll have to pay attention to it a little bit more later. Same thing with Soul Siphon. Take a look at these. The one thing you want to take note is that Eternal Torment and Soul Siphon can occur on the same turn, so that he can steal back a lot of MP. And if he does Eternal Torment first or something, and then a Soul Siphon, and then he does something like Shadow Storm right after, it's gonna hurt like a lot, because he can get his MP up into like the 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, and then he hits you with Shadow Storm, which is gonna be like a modifier of like 300. 300 times 5, that's a huge multiplier on him, and you're gonna get hit for like 3,000 to 3,600 per unit. It's rough. So that's generally his breakdown here. Here, what I'm gonna point out is this is really the only important part down here for this part. He did get nerfed this morning during the update. His attack got reduced to 700. The defense break got cut pretty much in half. MP absorption skills, chance of using them is reduced. It says here Dream Stealer, Shadow Storm, and Accursed Flames. They get locked out. I've seen it happen that it gets locked out sometimes, but I've had Shadow Storm, even though it's up here, get casted regardless whether he casted Soul Siphon or one of these. And you guys have probably experienced that too. They're saying it is, but I don't think it is. I think instead of lockout, it should be lowest chance, but I'm still seeing these abilities hit after. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So we'll see. This could change in the coming days. If if they do another emergency maintenance or they push a hotfix, then this could change. But I'm just letting you know from my example, and you guys can watch the video and you can see for yourself. All right. So the units I used, I'm just gonna jump into that here. Okay, just one sec. So the units we're gonna be talking about here are the ones I brought. Unfortunately, I don't have my friend unit. He was a 1,000-ish Onionite, similar to what I have. So it was geared pretty much similar to mine. He just had a little bit more attack. So Soleil was my evasion tank. I buffed her up as much as I can with all of the stuff, so she's got all of the evasion gear I can possibly get. So 5%, 25%, 20%. This was bought for elemental resistances, just in case. 10%, 10%, and then fire resistance at hit points for those guys. Onionite was brought to be my chaining damage dealer, and for this case, because the Onionite I brought was better than mine, he was starting the chain and making sure the other guy took over the chain to do as much damage as possible. Same thing, as much possible damage as I can, and I used Excalibur as my light weapon, and I made sure that the friend I brought also had a light weapon. My healer was Luca for that no white magic, even though I brought Ring of the Lucii for this. Yeah, it does white damage, or holy white damage, which is holy, so it does white damage regardless, so it doesn't matter. I wasn't going to complete it anyways, but I tested Luca anyways with her +2 regeneration. It was a very easy fight. Pardon me. She pretty much took care of it herself. I alternated between regenerate and deep blue, buffing defense and spirit, and then making sure that the regenerate stayed up. And then if I needed to heal, I healed. Overall gear is preventing her from getting confused. If you can put it on all your units, go for it. Otherwise, don't worry about it. I'll explain why in a sec. Then the star of the show, paired up with Soleil, is going to be Illusionist Nicole. His job is really to kind of redirect everything to Soleil, so she can avoid that really big, devastating move that happens every turn. He went for Spirit and MP, some resistances here, more resistances, more armor and stuff like that to try and beef him up as high as possible so he can survive. Soluna Ring for his refresh. Discriminant from being able to get confused. And then just pretty much buffing his stats overall to make sure that he's as beefy as possible to kind of fight. So those are the fights. Now the reason I'm saying is you don't really have to bring confusion all the time. I would put it at least on 1 or 2 units. Like for my sake is having it on the healer, and my support was very important because he does all the redirects, and my healer can actually heal confusion from someone else. But more importantly, the Esper that my healer is using has the capabilities of reducing the chance of you getting confusion on there. So if you go down here, it's called Assuring Protection, boost confusion resistance for all allies. Essentially, this is useless up to 60%. When you get to 60% and go below, then he can start casting that move called Horror, which looks kind of like a death. And that's when you want to use it after 60%. I had to cast it like twice. And the one time I actually got confused as well. It wasn't very hard because I got lucky. I ended up attacking the boss rather than my own unit, so it was easy to recover from it. But that's kind of why I'm bringing it. I'm not too focused about everyone having it. If you're going to do the same strategy, then you're going to be okay on that. All right, the other thing is the items. Bring as many MP recovery items as you can. It's going to be very helpful for you. There's no limit to items, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you. The item I brought and used, and it was fairly useful, is the mini scroll of recovery. If you have a more powerful one, then go for it. Bringing elixirs, turbo ethers, phoenix downs, and stuff like that, remedies to be able to remove things, is going to make it a lot easier for you. Okay, so those are the items I brought. Okay, the next part for this is going to be my strategy. So the strategy I took to this fight was redirecting all the damage to Soleil, and make sure that she takes the bulk of the physical damage so she can evade it. And then the rest of the units were pretty much sitting there making sure that there's no MP on the boss. So steal all of his mana and just chip away at the damage over time to try and get him down as fast as possible. Obviously, I have 2 Onion Knights, and in the examples you guys will see, for this fight, I already completed the Esper battle, which is a lot easier. You do the Esper part before you get to 60%, and then from 60% you will do exactly what you will see in this video. I didn't want to do it in this particular video because it would have made the video even longer. That first process just takes time. It's not hard. You drain the MP from the boss first round, and then it's a tank and spank till you get to 60%. Just stay, you know, it's a rinse repeat the whole time till you get to the 60%. Then it gets interesting. When you have completed your Esper challenges and you get to 60%, it's time to, right before you break 60%, buff your units. Make sure you have your resistances to confusion. Make sure all your units are buffed. You got everything you need. If you're using Luca like I did, make sure you recast Regenerate just in case. Though I don't expect you to be going on for any more than 4 to 5 turns after. If you do, it's going to be pretty rough. And then you blow him up as hard as you can. Make sure that his break stays on him. Make sure you're redirecting, or make sure that your tank is tanking properly. And then just go, go, go. Every turn he casts his Soul Siphon, or that enchanted move where he gets his MP back, make sure that same turn you are stealing his MP, and you're just going to play him till he doesn't do it enough. So if you have 3 units that can do it, it's going to be very helpful. Like in my case, I will make my Soleil after my Onion Knights ran out of MP and they couldn't really lance anymore. I would use Soleil to Osmosis, and thank God for Soleil having Osmosis as well. I was able to keep his MP low so that he continued to do very low damage with his really powerful magic spells. Made it something that actually happened, and I was actually able to beat him for the 2nd time. Alright guys, so hopefully you enjoy this little mini guide here. I has a little bit different structure. I didn't want to kind of like add all these graphics and stuff inside it. I don't want to make anything too confusing, and I want you guys to know where I got the information. Okay, so XFS Wiki is a good place to grab it. And then if you still need a little bit more, then you can always go back to the content creators like myself and Clake and Evil After who try and get everything here. The last note here before you guys jump into the video, the actual fight, is that unfortunately, guys, there's going to be no budget build for this one. I've spent hundreds of skeleton keys and watched a bunch of videos trying to see how people are doing it as well. If there is a budget build at all possible, I personally have come to the conclusion that I can't. And then watching videos, I should have probably done that first. Could have saved myself a lot of money and a lot of lapis from trying it over and over again. Currently, it's not possible. The boss is just too RNG, and I'm sure you guys have experienced that yourself. All right, so enjoy the video. Let me know in the comment section below how you guys are doing, and if you guys are having any trouble. If you guys figured out any tips or tricks, let me know. I can try and share it with everyone. But I know the current best tip or trick is make sure that you have his mana. You steal it, never let him have it at all, and you'll be fine. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the video. Let's see how he's gonna mess me up this time. I don't even care. I'm just gonna continue eating because he doesn't care. Yeah, why would he care? Yeah, let's do that. That looks pretty cool. I wonder how badly you're gonna spank me this time. I wonder if you're gonna cast all your abilities together. The one super massive orgasm ability. Huh? Huh? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Huh, tough guy? Huh? Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. The fight gets better. Just wait. Just wait. It gets a lot better. Yum, yum, yum. Do your worst, asshole. Do it, asshole. I dare you. Yikes. We broke that 60%. Get ready for it. Let's see how bad we're gonna get spanked. Soul Siphon. That bitch. Alright. 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 I'm on to you. Actually, I don't know what I was gonna do, but we're gonna do yeah. We'll do that. We'll just keep breaking them. Like, why? Who cares? We're gonna continue trying to do the water damage. %40. Yikes. Bye-bye, MP. How much damage? Alright. It wasn't too shabby. What we're gonna do actually this time, we're gonna do a minor scroll of recovery. Bring everybody's MP up. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna steal this guy's MP before he goes Arm and Ham and Bake Sods on us. And then we're gonna do Master Illusionist. Yeah. Yeah. Take that. What are you gonna do now? I wonder if you're gonna cast 1,000,000 abilities on me. Oh yeah? The cursed flame. Oh, there. Bye, MP. Thanks for staying for like 2 seconds before he stole all of it. Now I have to steal it back. Because if I don't steal it back, he's gonna cast all of his abilities and he's gonna mess me up even more than he already did. Alright. I see what you did there, you cow. Come. Come, 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 come. 50 MP. That's beautiful. Gotta get that 50. Yeah. I hate it. I hate. I don't even know what to do anymore. I don't even know what to do. Do you have it? Yeah, you're covered. How much MP will you steal? I think he steals a lot. Why is he not stealing a lot from this guy? It's so confusing, man. Alright. Let's keep at it. You can use osmosis, I guess. How much you guys steal? 47. I'm gonna get to that 10%. Nope! Better luck next year. Shadow Storm. That's dark damage times 5 to everyone based on magic. We dead. Wait, we didn't die? How much did he get back? 25%. Oh no, I got confused. Great. Great. At least only one guy got confused. That's interesting. Let's cast that on everyone. He stole MP, which is really bad. Which is like really bad. Redirect. Break him. Alright. You're gonna just... I don't even know what the hell you're gonna do. I don't know. Remedy your friend. Sweet. Alright. I think I'm gonna keep stealing his MP. That doesn't really do anything, like... He's still gonna slap me silly. Shadow Storm. So he's still hitting for a little bit. Thank God for that steal, so that's doing okay. Guess his MP is really low. Alright, we might actually... Am I fighting Elite version? Is this the Elite version? Is this the Elite version? Sorry, the Nightmare... It is the Nightmare version. Wow. Wow! Wow, 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 wow. I actually don't have any words for this right now. This is actually very interesting. This is very, very interesting. Very interesting. You guys are probably wondering why I keep saying very interesting. I'm saying very interesting because normally, of like the 10 times I've tried this already, second you get to the below the 60%, he just casts shit uncontrollably. Like it's... There's no word for it. This is very, very interesting. Alright, so after many tries trying to get back to the same position, it just happens to be with the same guy again. After trying so many times, I was able to bring the same peeps. Yeah. We're gonna try and kill this bastard. It's very RNG, so I mean, guys, you're gonna have to try a couple of times, I think. Whichever way you look at it. It's not a very easy fight because it's not controlled. It just... He does whatever the hell he wants to do whenever the hell he wants to do. If you get unlucky and he casts Siphon Life or your MP or whatever Torment crap at like earlier in his like 50 move segment, then as he casts like Meteor or any of that other stuff, it becomes very devastating and hard to handle. So in that case, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and finish him off here. Come on! Do it! Oh, yikes! So close. I will, does she have the redirect? Yeah, redirect is still on her. We're just gonna pop. We're gonna pop and a cool. So, hopefully, he's still hitting for very low because his MP is still gone. Horror. Siphon Soul, so he goes back up some hit. He's got some MP now. I don't have any MP. But this should be enough for me to mess him up. Really? Please don't hit hard. Please don't hit hard! Nice, we resisted it. Alright, so he's gone. His MP is completely toast. So, that was the trick. The trick is to keep him with the least amount of MP at all times. Because he's a jerkbag. He's gonna hit you hard. He doesn't really care. He really doesn't care. He doesn't care. So now what we're gonna do is, there's 8% left. I'm just gonna feed these Onion Knights some chocolate. Because it's been a long fight and their sugar levels are down. Alright? Their sugar levels are down. And we need to get that sugar level up. This time we'll use Onion Cutter. Because I don't think we're gonna be able to miss that one. Onion Cutter is a lot harder to chain than the water one. That's why I was using the water one for damage. Even though Onion Cutter normally does more damage. But anyways, that's the second time of me beating him. Really the hardest part was trying to get a party of 5. My advice for this fight is to separate the fight. Like into multiple turns. Probably like twice. So I did it 2 times. 2 full clears. That is. Yay for this amazing item. So I gotta go do it one more time for the no white magic. But the no white magic is not too hard if you go with 6 people. You get a evasion unit, fully evasion unit. I'm not gonna bring Soleil for that one. I might record that as well and just show you guys exactly what I'm doing. I'm not gonna bring Soleil. I'm more likely bring maybe Noctis or maybe another styled evasion unit. Like I've seen people build the Warrior of Light as a evasion unit. I'm thinking like, maybe I can do that, but I don't have multiple Rings of the Lucii to make that happen. However, I'll make another one doing the no white magic clear. That way I will be able to post like 3 different videos within this video, I guess, showing you exactly how I did each part. Again, my first video was just me testing to see how strong this was, and it is really hard. If you are struggling, don't get discouraged in the fact that, like, you know, you can't beat it and you're gonna get mad at the game. I'm looking at people who are whales and other people like content creators like myself and maybe Clake and Evil Laughter, all those guys who normally, after some thought, like, it's a fairly easy process. Like, at least with your best team, you should be okay, but budget building is very difficult. I've tried, like I said, at least 5 to 6 times to try and do this. It's just not, it's not going. There's too much RNG in it in order for you to create a budget calculated setup. In order for a budget build to work, you have to be able to have a higher probability of guessing what's going to happen. That way you can kind of be like, prepare for it, right? You can prepare for it. And this is just not going to happen. So that's that from me, guys, on this end. Hopefully this guide helped you guys even a little bit. But I'm sad to say that this was probably one of... Okay, it was a fun event to beat. It was a little bit challenging. However, I don't think as a seasonal event, this is what they should have done. Seasonal events are normally a lot easier, so everybody can have fun and enjoy them because they are seasonal, like, you know, like Happy Halloween, yeah, whatever. Like, in this case, they just showed us how dick-baggy they can be, which is a little bit unfair. Because being like a new player, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a very, very hard time. Being like a medium player, if you got some good whale friends, you might still be okay. Especially if you got some good units, it's going to be okay. But other than that, like, good luck, guys. That's all I can say. Good luck. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Stick around for future content. And unfortunately, I don't think, unless they change something, I don't think there's going to be a budget build for that for this fight. So I'm sorry about that, guys. And I wish you best of luck. All right, guys, see you in the next video. I'm out of here. Peace!
Decided.